School Pastors does is going into schools and also patrolling outdoors as well. So you've got two models that I've been involved with. One is patrolling, as we're doing today, with the young people, making sure that they get home safely after they leave school, and making sure that they don't cause any problems in the local community. So that's one model. But the other model is to actually go into the schools. So we do group mentoring, one-on-one mentoring, just challenging some of the behaviours of the young people while they're in school.
So there are a team of 10 of us who work 3 afternoons a week. And what we do is we cover the lunchtime, sort of early afternoon period. We spend a lot of time in the Hive, which is the student common room, talking to students, getting to know them. We're also outside college here, talking with students on their break. And at some stage during the afternoon, we usually go out on patrol around the high street, just to make our presence felt, really.
As a school, our main idea is that everyone should work together, to live together, to be friendly towards each other and to cope with being in a vibrant community. The school pastors, their role has been quite essential to that. They've been able to come in and work with our students on a nice, friendly, one-to-one basis without being intrusive and without being invasive in their privacy, but giving the students an opportunity for someone to talk to listen, to share a joke with, to have some fun with. And I think that's been a really good asset. It builds upon the values we have in the school as a caring and supportive community.
Well, it's someone to talk to, someone to look out for youngsters as children are leaving school. Street pastors I know will be smiling, checking how their day has been, and then following up with youngsters who maybe immediately express a concern or something that's worrying them, or it can be a bit of a forlorn face or a bit of a sad face, and it's somebody else to talk to. Over the years, they've really come to feel very much part of our community and join us for special events, and the really great events like special assemblies, celebrations. So it does feel that they're very much part of our community as a whole.
I became a school pastor because I believe that young people of today really need a role model in their life.
Behavioural issues that we can challenge, struggles with authority, fatherlessness. These are issues that we can tackle and do tackle, but there's many. As the faith differs, so do the needs.
If you look statistically at the government statistics, what they would call indices of multiple deprivation, Walker is in the top 5% nationally. Many of our youngsters would come from what we would describe as dysfunctional families, single parent families, and those families might be no less passionate about their youngsters, but they're less informed and less well equipped to deal with the challenges of the modern age.
We've got a lot of adults in school in various roles and with various responsibilities, but I think the more adults that young people come across, I think that's all really helpful. And sometimes, of course, it's actually great to have adults who are not directly linked to the school, because it means there's a sense of objectivity and not direct involvement, which can be helpful.
I like to have a laugh, so having a joke and sort of mucking about with them rather than just sort of being down the line, so that it's not just me trying to get the right answers out of them or make them sort of into model citizens, but actually just them to be real with me.
They're the easiest people you can talk to. If you can't speak to tutors or your teacher or your parent, they're like a comfort. If they're scared to talk to somebody, and it's like if they're getting bullied, it's like they've got another parent there.
We build relationships really well with the students, and we often have very lively, fun chats, which can be quite frivolous, but sometimes these conversations, as they develop, can become deeper and more serious and meaningful. And we are often privileged to find out what's really going on in some of the young people's lives, like family relationships, family breakups perhaps, or sick relatives. They can tell us about peer relationships and difficulties with bullying. This is a real area where we can make a big difference by being there long term and really sewing into those relationships that we build.
The value added of working with a voluntary agency with people who have been trained is something that every organisation and certainly every college needs to seriously consider. because it has been a very real partnership, and is being a very real partnership between the college and the team. And we feel really blessed that we're able to do it, and hopefully the college feels the same. And from the feedback that I've had this last week, I think they would probably say that.
Every school has to recognise its needs, and those needs can vary dramatically. And you then have to say, well, what can school pastors do with these groups of children who have varying needs? Can there be an extra body that goes into a classroom and say, actually, I'll sit beside you because I know, your dad's gone into prison, or, your mum's suffering from cancer, or, your twin brother's going to another school and you're missing them. There are lots of different issues, and school pastors have been able to do that. And it's been a very successful partnership, which I would recommend to anybody, because there are lots of different ways in which school pastors actually work.